The understanding of someone's true value often emerges only after you've discarded it. This narrative traces the journey of a woman who thought she controlled her destiny, only to watch the man she deceived effortlessly share his affection with another. I always believed I'd be the one to leave first. That was the painful secret I concealed from everyone. When I met David, he was the sort of man who poured his entire being into making me feel treasured: his time, his heart, his steadfast devotion. For a while, I basked in his care. Yet, the more he gave, the less I appreciated it. I persuaded myself I needed something more thrilling, a spark to replace the steady, comforting warmth David offered. That's when Ethan appeared. He was everything David wasn't: wild, unpredictable, and capable of making me feel uniquely desired. What started as innocent flirtation evolved into late-night conversations, secret rendezvous, and ultimately, a betrayal I could never erase. I strayed, telling myself it was a momentary lapse, something I'd halt and bury. But I didn't stop. I kept seeing Ethan while David continued to love me with every ounce of his soul. I thought I was untouchable, that David would never uncover my deception. I misjudged both him and the repercussions of my choices. The day my life unraveled was deceptively routine. David returned home early, carrying my favorite latte and a bouquet of flowers, his smile beaming as if I were his entire world. A pang of remorse flickered within me, but I swiftly suppressed it. That evening, though, I noticed a shift in his eyes, something subtle, detached, as if he sensed the truth. He didn't challenge me. There were no shouts, no tears, no demands for explanations. Instead, he began to pull back, step by subtle step, while remaining the same compassionate, attentive man. Initially, I hardly noticed, but gradually his midday messages tapered off. He stopped inquiring about my day. Then, one night, I saw him laughing, genuinely laughing, with a woman I didn't recognize. Her name was Sophie, a co-worker from his office. Their connection appeared so natural, so seamless. The way she gently touched his arm, the way he looked at her like she was a fresh start, it hit me harder than any argument could. I tried to dismiss it, convincing myself he was just being friendly. But deep down, I knew he was moving forward, and it seemed effortless for him. The atmosphere in our home shifted unmistakably. David began staying out later, casually mentioning dinners with colleagues, sometimes including Sophie. He wasn't secretive, and that frightened me more than anything. He wasn't trying to provoke jealousy. He was simply done with me. Without drama or confrontation, he was offering someone else the affection I'd taken for granted. That realization threw me into a spiral. I cut ties with Ethan, recognizing how empty that connection truly was. Desperate to reclaim what I'd lost, I tried to win David back. I cooked his favorite meals, left heartfelt notes, and attempted to ignite conversations. But he didn't respond, not with anger, not with warmth. He was polite, kind, but distant, as if I were a stranger from a former life. One evening, I gathered the courage to ask, "Are you seeing someone else?" His steady, calm gaze met mine, and he said, "I don't owe you explanations anymore." Those words bore the full weight of my actions, more crushing than any outburst could have been. He didn't raise his voice or accuse me. He simply removed me from his heart, bit by bit. The following week, I saw them together at a cafe. I'd gone there hoping to bump into him, clinging to the possibility of a conversation. Instead, I found David leaning across a table, smiling at Sophie with the tenderness he once reserved for me. I stood outside, peering through the glass like an outsider. Every shared chuckle, every gentle glance between them cut through me like jagged blades. I wanted to rush in, to tell her she was holding the man I'd broken, but I had no claim to him anymore. The deepest agony wasn't just losing David, it was witnessing how effortlessly he gave to Sophie what I'd once possessed. I'd always believed I was irreplaceable, and that hubris was my downfall. David didn't need to struggle to love Sophie. He simply did. Seeing that was a torment more unbearable than I could have envisioned. One night, I broke down and confessed everything to him, every hidden truth, every detail of my betrayal. I thought my honesty might spark something, even if it was just anger. Instead, he listened silently, nodded once, and said, "Thank you for finally telling the truth." Then he walked away, without slamming the door or glancing back. A few days later, his belongings were gone. He left a note that read, "I hope you find what you're looking for. I can't be the one hurt while you search." I held that note for hours, weeping until my throat burned. Months have passed since. Then, I've heard he's now officially with Sophie, and I can't even resent her. She's warm, intelligent, and gives him the love and respect I failed to provide. I see photos of them sometimes laughing at a carnival, holding hands in a garden, and it tears me apart. I realize now that David was always enough. I was the one who fell short. If I could rewind time, I'd erase every text from Ethan, every moment of weakness, and hold on to David as if my life depended on it. But life offers no do-overs, only the consequences of your choices. My consequence is watching the man I love, the man I shattered, find happiness with someone else. This story serves as a caution. When trust is broken, love doesn't always wait for you to repair it. Sometimes the quietest form of justice is simply moving on.